All right. Hello and welcome back to A Rising Threat, an adventure in Tellarum. I am River, also known as Rio. I am the DM, and this is the party. We're missing one person, and someone still hasn't actually finished their character to join yet. But this is the party. Stolvok, you want to start? Name, race, and class?
I am a presumably humanoid. I look like a human, so that's
Yes.
as far as you can
humanoid.
guess. I look like a human, and I have what is it? What was my character description? Real quick, let me pull it up. I don't remember my height. He's around average height, 5'9", 5'11" ish. 230 pounds, not too lean, but not like, overweight or anything. He doesn't eat that much.
So what you're
Because he
saying is he looks average.
finds his way around. Yeah, exactly. But then his eye has the weird, like,
Both of his eyes should be a kind
one
of
eye
strange
is the
color. One is because of
green,
your stuff, the other one's
red,
because of something else.
starry color. And I forget what the other eye color is. Honestly.
The other one should be purple.
Let me change that.
Some kind of purple. Fogger Smog has light blue eyes, but not your typical light blue eyes. Velmora, you want to introduce yourself next?
Sure. I'm Velmora, a half-elf rogue with Hexblood lineage. About 5'8", 160 pounds, black hair, black eyes. I have like runes etched into my skin that look like scars, and including like pentagrams on my hands, and then broken chains on my wrist.
And Tubtor.
It's before you in fine garments. You see before you in fine garments a sparsely dressed bugbear in robes, very fine robes, covered in mustache wax and very, very immaculately done and styled hair, like he was brushed for hours. This bugbear looks like he has been perfumed and bathed and is holding himself with a posture of a little bit above and beyond everybody else. You meet the bugbear Tubtor.
And your class? Or classes
The
in
monk.
your case?
So it's cleric monk multi-class.
Alright. That's the party, and I'm going to play the intro now. Welcome to the land of Tellarum. A land of mystery, adventure, and legend. In this world made up of 4 major continents, luck will be tested, bonds broken, and empires will topple. All right. I'm going to give a little recap because a lot of the last session in the stream did not go through because I messed up majorly and forgot to set up the audio for whenever we were on the battle map. Luckily, everyone can hear this time. All right. I can see all this stuff. It's moving like people, like you guys are talking. So, all right.
That's gotta be gotta be a problem.
Before the previous session, you all received some sort of letter or invitation from the king. Each letter was different, offering something in return for your service or other stuff. I'm not going to get into details because there was at least one letter that I actually wrote out. But all of them asked you to come to the capital for something that the king wanted. We started last session from the view of Stolvok, who awoke from a recurring night terror that he's been having for a little while, and in a tavern. He left his room, went downstairs, and was almost immediately called to a table where Valmora and a man who called himself Jean were sitting. After introducing themselves, and they all of them realizing that they were all there for the same reason. Sorry, where did I just... There. A man with most of his face covered walked up to the table and seemed a little surprised by the fact that there was 3 of you at first, and then Foggersmog stumbled into the tavern. He walked over to your guys' table and kind of just got pulled into everything, though he did have a letter as well. He didn't seem like he belonged. But the man... Anyway, but the man still tells you to follow him to the castle, and you all get up and make your way through the market district, where he stops for a moment to have a conversation with a probably higher-ranking guard. And during this time, a few you do your own thing, but Foggersmog goes to the smithy and buys a seemingly completely useless sword from the blacksmith, and from what Valmora witnessed, he seemed to get a terrible price on it. After that, the witch hunter finished his conversation with the guard, after Stolvok heard a little bit of it, when they mentioned missing people, and then they went quiet when they noticed Stolvok was getting close enough. Everyone continued to the castle. When you guys got to the castle, you met another witch hunter. This one you did recognize. At least one of you guys recognized it. I don't remember who all passed the history check, but I think Stolvok was one of them, so that was the important one. It'd be weird if you didn't. You recognized him as the first witch hunter, Rainier. Rainier then led you all to a massive throne room where you find the king of Tyrain. Standing beside him is a knight and his advisor, and in front of him stands Tubtor. The king then explains to you guys that he summoned you to potentially hire you all to investigate these disappearances that, according to the information they had to do with some sort of witches or something magic related. But before the king actually describes what's going on, he sends Jean out of the room with his advisor to discuss a different matter. As the king is talking, you guys all hear what sounds like his advisor screaming from outside of the throne room. When Jean comes back into the room as an undead, holding what looks like an arm in one of his hands, and his bloodied axe in his other. Behind him, 3 more undead followed, and combat ensued. You guys beat the undead fairly quickly, in a reasonable time at least. And after Foggersmog proves that the sword he bought wasn't so useless, and killed the now undead Jean with it. You all gather back together, and just before we ended the session, a mysterious, beautiful woman shows up and says some very interesting words before vanishing into a puff of smoke. And unless you guys want me to repeat what she said, that's where we are now.
Will you repeat, please?
Yes, I can repeat what she said. Well, would you look at that? It seems you're going to be trouble. I better go back and tell my sisters how much fun we're going to have. Too bad it only lasts until he's awake. It's going to be a shame to let this entertainment go to waste. I'll be seeing you again soon, I hope.
3, 2, butter jelly.
That good enough? Okay, after the woman disappears, King Mithras, seemingly very distressed about what just happened, begins to shout, or King Mithras, no, not King Mithras, King Tyrain, sorry, I read my notes and two names were right by each other. The king begins to speak. Mithras, call in the guards, double the patrols, and get someone to clean this mess up. And find Bartholomew, make sure he's okay. By the 12, how could this happen? You, spellcaster, half-elf, bugbear, and swordsman, you've all earned full pardons for anything that might have occurred here, and, in fact, 40 gold to you all. And if you want what was promised in the letters, and then some, you have a job as well. Find that witch, discover what she meant by it only lasts until he wakes up, and put an end to her evil deeds. If you guys have anything to say after that, you can.
I got nothing.
All right.
Yep.
All right, then after the king says this, you hear from behind you at the other end of the throne room, the entry, a voice. 1 second while I move tokens onto the correct layer. Well, you hear a voice. That witch was from the north. A finely dressed man standing at about 6 foot, with pale skin, golden eyes, and blonde hair stands the entryway of the throne room and begins to walk closer to you guys. This is probably the last time I'm going to use this tactic to show off who I'm describing, because it's a lot more work than it needs to be. That's what he looks like.
So he's a vampire.
Anyways, he walks closer to you. Closer to the group so he doesn't have to shout.
No, he has to stand over there and shout at us.
He walks seemingly quicker than you'd expect. Apologies. Your steward let me in. He seemed like he could use a hand. Too soon? Ah, where are my manners? My name is Laren Lindry, Knight Commander of Astray. I'm here to escort your envoy into my kingdom. Escort? Damn, that's today. The envoy is prepared, but since you're here, and you seem so sure of yourself. What makes you say that this witch is from the north? Well, it would be more accurate to call her a hag, but her coven has been causing issues for us for quite some time now. And we haven't yet located exactly where they are, but we know they are somewhere in Astray. I'm assuming you already have these fine people here. You would like to send someone to investigate, perhaps? You're already sending an envoy anyways, and I have brought an airship to make the travel quicker. Are you four willing to travel? Tubtor, I'm going to be sending you with them as well, only because the one researching your particular predicament is going to be going with them as well.
Tor will help save the peoples. And Tubtor will keep these cell swords in line, eyeing Stolvok suspiciously.
And the rest of you?
Yep. Going.
I don't have much else better to do, so why not?
Very well. I'm going to just pretend like Fogger Smog also said yes while he's there, because he just does whatever whatever the rest of the party's been doing so far. Kind of, in his own way.
Yeah.
Well then. It seems there will be extra passengers then. The airship is waiting outside. There will be time for you to prepare before you leave if you wish. But the sooner we set out, the sooner we can get there. And Laren, you all make your way out of the castle. And at the front of the castle, you do see a massive, magnificent-looking airship. I have a concept art for it that I drew that I can send to the Discord to show you guys. Just give me a second. Where is it? It's not that far down. Where is it? You know what? I'm going to do this the easy way.
I don't know what we're gonna do all day.
Or easier way, because I don't feel like searching for it. I'm just going to find it here. Download it again and send it.
Well, they probably put two steaks for the battery.
Literally just do like one chocolate can, one
There's a concept for the airship. It is fairly big.
somehow, or like, you know, make it obvious it's centered, and then do all the stuff on top. With red chocolate with red milk. Wow, that's so crazy.
Okay. Now, you guys can go down, get any supplies you think you might need from the city, or anything like that. The market district will be fully open to you guys. I can move you there if that's where you want to go, or we can
Did we get stuff for free?
move forward. Huh?
I said, did we get stuff for free?
No.
Why is this outlined in red?
Huh?
My crate bonfire spells outlined in red.
That's
I
weird.
don't know why. It also has an Astastic attack bonus. Even though it shouldn't even have an attack bonus. Oh, it's because it says the proficiency should be in there, even though it shouldn't.
Alright,
Okay, there we go.
so what do you guys want to do? I will move those who need to be moved. I don't have a battle map for the airship either, but
And then they're like, what?
One second.
Anybody?
I'm trying to figure something out. Sorry.
I'll give you time to think.
No, I'm just being whack over here. I'm trying to figure out why.
If I wanted to go to a wood store, a wood shop, River, would I be allowed to do that after session, post session, to come up with a project that I wanted to make en route that I would have time to make?
If you want to get the materials to work on a project while you're en route, you can get them. But
Repeat. It was,
I don't know how much they would cost, and I don't know which projects you would allow or be willing to allow me to make in
what
the amount
tool
of travel.
proficiencies do you have?
It would be wood carving.
Okay.
It would be wood carving, and I might. I thought we agreed I didn't need wood carving tools because that was one of the things I was using claws to do.
What?
I thought I was using claws in lieu of wood carving tools because I'm carving wood with my claws. But if you want me to buy them, they are 1 gold, according to the book.
I was allowing you to use your claws as thieves' tools, but I don't know.
But at
wood
half at
carving.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was something we talked about, but maybe if you don't remember, that's okay.
But
Purchasing some wood carving tools. Yeah,
yeah,
I wanted to use my claws to do that. But
you can go down, get some wood carving tools for about 3 silvers probably.
okay. Do I also have? I also would like some cooking equipment.
If you want to
cooking
remove a
tools,
full
and-
gold, you can also say you bought some stuff to use to whittle down or work with some small stuff.
Deal. I'd also like cooking equipment and basic cooking ingredients and thieves' tools, just so I don't have disadvantage on them, if I can get them.
Yeah, you should be able to. Frick. There's pricing on that stuff, isn't there? I could make stuff up, but
And I really hate having.
what kind of cooking stuff are you looking for?
Chef's tools, whatever those would be. Whatever I can't use my claws for. Plus additionally ingredients so I can make meals in the future. So I'll actually have what we need for this trip.
He gets a single spatula.
1 spatula.
And a cast iron skillet.
No, just spatula.
Just a spatula. You have to cook everything on the spatula. It's a special
Better be a big
so you
spatula because I'm a 7-foot tall bugbear.
Fine.
That's a really
It'll
big
buff
spatula.
You've got reach.
You got reach.
The spatula's huge.
It's a comically large spatula. And on the back of it is a name etched into it, and it says Splotches.
It's fucking out atmosphere.
Splotch's brand cookware.
Yep.
Oh, you thought you got it clean?
It comes with a free clown nose. Anyway,
It's enchanted, so it only works if you have the clown nose on.
You can get cookingware for another gold. What else was it that you wanted? You said cookware and something else, right?
Food ingredients.
You can find ingredients and stuff on your way, and there's ingredients and stuff in the airship. There's also cooking stuff in the airship, but you might not always be in the airship.
I wasn't sure how provisioned the airship was, so yep,
It
chef's
looks
tools.
like it's probably
I need to-
very provisioned. It was very fancy looking and fairly big, so you'd expect there to be a kitchen in it and stuff like that, so that anyone crewing it would be able to eat as well as
Quick question:
passengers.
Do you think I could get cayenne pepper ammunition for my slingshot?
You sadistic man.
I'm done.
Proficient in chef's tools.
You can get this world's equivalent of cayenne pepper. I haven't decided if it's got a different name or not. So,
So yeah,
if you
3
can
sets of
find a way to
tools.
set that up
Cayenne
for
pepper pellet.
only because it is completely physically possible. All right.
Thieves tools and chef tool proficiency, so it makes sense.
No, not even with proficiencies. I don't have freaking. Well. I could make those in real life if I needed to, but. Anyways, is there anything anyone else wants to do or get before getting on the airship?
Nope.
Nope. All right. I'm gonna switch the scene to the player's scene because I don't have a battle map for the next couple areas. All right, you step into the airship, or you go back up to the airship. This time, or Laren is standing there waiting by someone else who most of you haven't met yet. Tubtor, sorry, brain just blanked on your name somehow. Tubtor, you recognize this man. He's the guy that visited you in the room while you were waiting to be seen by the king. He is a little bit shorter than average height. He has... One second. I can't remember what... He has... This is the wrong one to look at. He has brownish hair, kind of light brown. He is standing with a cane and seems to have a walk. He looks younger and has dark blue eyes. And for everyone except for Tubtor, if you would kindly make a wisdom saving throw.
Everyone except for
Everyone except
Tubtor.
Tubtor.
Everyone except for Tubtor. There's a reason for it.
Tubtor, think about me pies he didn't get for breakfast. It really
Alright.
sucks.
No, it's not letting me roll.
Oh, that's fun. Reload your page.
I am.
Everyone can see the map too and stuff, right?
I'm gonna just roll 3 times, like 3 or 4 times
Oh
in a
yeah,
row.
it rolled more than.
Lord.
3 or 4
Did you tell me all that stuff cost?
All of you. Yeah, I did. I said there was an extra gold for the chef's
I didn't get a number
tools.
for thieves.
Yeah,
I got 1 for chef
thieves'
tools, 3 silver
tools.
for wood carving.
The thieves'
See,
tools would probably be 2 silver. The spice that you bought would be just a. Let's go with 4 copper.
okay. 1.5.4. Okay.
All right. Is that it?
Yeah.
I'm going to roll for Fogger Smog too, just because it would be funny. If Fogger Smog is the only one that failed it. Nothing's gonna happen any differently if he fails it, but... Okay, he didn't fail it. Alright. You, Fogger Smog and Stolvok get a familiar sense around Ronaldo. But that's where I'll leave that. You all make your way into the airship. The cabin that you enter in seems to be some sort of living quarters, kind of like a hangout area almost. There's couches, very nice couches, table, a few random things to do in the room, and not much else. There's bar, that type of thing, you know, exactly what you'd find in a little hangout room. And then there's a hallway that leads to the cabins where you guys will be sleeping. We'll prepare to leave shortly. It shouldn't take too long to get there, but on the way back, sometime tomorrow we will be making a stop at Undermount to resupply, as it does take quite a few resources to get this far. For now, make yourselves comfortable and, well, if you don't already know anything about each other, you should probably introduce yourselves now. I will be in my quarters if you need me. And Laren walks down the hallway towards the biggest room, and the door closes. And then the man who Tubtor recognized, but none of you guys did because you haven't met him yet, begins to speak. Why, hello there. My name is Ronaldo Renicius Fellum. I'm sure some of you may have heard of me. You guys can roll a history check if you want to see if you actually heard of him.
I don't believe I've heard of this guy, but I've
Tubtor recognizes him because he was the one that visited you in the room when you were waiting to be seen by the king, who took hair samples and stuff like that.
Belmora doesn't see anybody.
I would greet him warmly, but other than that, yeah, that's...
Belmora and Stolvok look at him confusingly when he says this. Why are they both so low?
My history is garbage.
You know, you've heard of me.
I'm actually gonna roll for Fogger as well, just because. If he gets it, then I will tell John when he gets back. He gets it. Fogger Smog knows who this guy is. I somehow don't see Fogger Smog as actually telling you guys that he knows. I feel like he'd probably play stupid and pretend not to know. Do you not recognize me then? Alright. I am the inventor of the steam engine and the creator of the rail system used to deliver most things across the country. If that makes it a little more recognizable.
Tubtor scratches his head and says, "Is like light rail?"
What?
A leg rail. Tries its best to very difficultly, almost ununderstandably describe a train that rides on
You're describing the
lightning.
lightning train from Oberon.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything you describe about this is he seems very confused and has no idea what you're talking about, but what he describes is similar in a sense. However, it's not powered by magic. It is powered by actual technology and steam. It's a steam engine.
How fast is the light rail capable of? I would like to describe
I don't remember.
I would like to
But I'm
describe the
pretty sure it's
difference in
faster
power
than a
between.
steam engine. A lot faster. That's a very interesting. I've never heard of any sort of vehicles traveling at those speeds. I feel like we need to talk a little bit more on a few different subjects. But for now, I heard there was a change in who was going. I was disappointed to know that my typical security team would not be joining us, but it's always great to meet new people. Is there anything I should know about all of you? Perhaps?
Not anything I can think of. I mean, what voice did I do for him? I forget. It's been so long.
Yeah, sorry about that. Not even names?
Nope. Not like the last thing was. Not like the last session was recorded on audio, anyways. So I guess I can just make it up.
Way to rub it in.
Jeez, I make one mistake.
Yeah, it ended up saving me a lot of trouble.
Tugtor looks very serious for a moment and says, if one thing you remember about Tubtor is Tubtor likes bizcachitos. And I would like to get up and start looking for the kitchen.
All right, you get up and begin walking through the. You begin walking through the ship aimlessly. Roll investigation to find the kitchen. Anyone else want to do anything? The
Cookstool's proficiency.
airship is preparing to leave, so you can't leave.
I did ask who this guy was. Like, I didn't really hear you, so I was gonna actually have an discussion with him.
He's Ronaldo Renicius Fellum, the inventor of the steam engine and railcar system used for deliveries throughout Tyrane and the High Elf Kingdom.
Well, you need to know my name. It's Stolvok. Otherwise, yeah, I think that's about all you need to know about me.
I don't know.
The rest of these party have their vocal cords, so I figured they can tell you their names if they wish you to know them.
All right. Well, I guess if anyone wishes to talk, I will be over by the bar. What did you roll for investigation? A 10?
I don't know. I rolled it. I clicked it on the electronic thing.
Yeah, you rolled a 10. You
Cookstool's
walk
proficiency.
through the ship for a little while. Then you come to a door and you open it, and you find yourself on a pathway outside of the ship, looking out. You can't fall off of it or anything. There's barriers in place to keep you from, jumping or falling off the airship. But you see the view from a lot higher than in the sky than you expect it to be at this point.
Okay.
But it is definitely not the kitchen. It does continue
though we're
leading
only-
forward to another door.
Even though we're only 15 feet off the ground,
Oh, you're not
Tuptor screams
15
like a little girl.
You're not 15 feet off the ground. You're probably about at least 100 feet in the air by now.
Oh yeah, Tuptor was not expecting this. Tuptor jumps back towards the center of the boat and screams like a little girl, and starts holding on to something, a door jam.
You scream and fling yourself back into the airship, and as you do this, someone walks out of another room. This person seems like they might be crew. Is everything all right?
Tuptor, Tuptor, Paul, forever, kitchen.
Are you looking for the kitchen?
Tuptor, Paul, Tuptor, kitchen.
If you're looking for the kitchen, you are in actually the opposite end of the ship that you should be. He gives you directions that should be pretty simple to follow, but I'm still gonna have you roll
Because you're
following
Tubtor.
them because you are Tubtor and probably still
You are
startled
Tub-
realizing you're flying through the air.
I'm frightened. I have disadvantage.
Roll a survival check. To follow his instructions to get to the kitchen.
Survival
you
or
think-
intelligence?
You think you're following the instructions fairly decently, and realize that it's taking a little bit longer. Do you guys want to do anything while this is going on, or?
Are there windows in this ship?
There are a few
Or,
portholes
like,
that you can see through.
Balconies that I can watch this all occur through?
You
just
can
wanna
also
watch
say
and
that you
laugh.
followed Tubtor. If you
And
want
I
to be
know the
stealthy,
way,
you
I
can
can
roll
laugh.
a stealth, and Tubtor can roll a perception, or we can go with Tubtor
Passive-
passive perception.
Passive perception 16.
Passive 16. Beat a 16 with a stealth check, and you could do it stealthily, or you could just say you follow him. Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna pass that. So he probably notices you, but he's probably not gonna say anything. Unless he does.
Oh no, I'm talking to her the whole time. She's a great source of comfort.
Great.
And then she
Those are
starts
words I'm
she
never associated
bursts,
with me, man.
bursts into laughter as soon as you scream and fling yourself back in. And then she continues to follow you as you are obviously lost in the ship.
She knows we just have to
She
take a
knows
left after
the
2.
exact way to the kitchen at this point.
Not to mention the signs on the walls.
Yeah, there's actually, yeah, roll a a perception at disadvantage, Tuptor.
Oh, I would say my passive perception is 16 minus 5, but I'm just gonna roll.
Just roll it. Yep. You do not notice the signs everywhere pointing to where the kitchen is. All right, a bit of time has passed. It's you guys are very high into the air. Stovak, is there anything you want to do? Anywhere you want to go? Perhaps.
I mean, is there like a specific? Is there signage around the ship? I can tell what's here.
Yes.
Because if
Tubtor
I don't
just
know what.
hasn't noticed it.
There's
Okay,
one.
I'll look at the signage. Then I presume it's very much Out in
Yes,
the
it gives
open.
exact directions to everywhere, all the important spots on the ship for the passengers, including the kitchen, different bathroom areas, where you are currently, which is the I don't know the word for it. Freaking basically living room. The bar area, I say. Living quarters are right next to you.
Waffle House.
There is also a training area on the lower decks of the ship.
Because when I'm around people, I can't teleport. And I just
That
sit
should
there.
be everything.
I'll probably just go to the kitchen then.
Okay, you go to the kitchen. You find your way there fairly quickly and are surprised because you don't find Tubtor. Even though he said he was going there.
I'm guessing he doesn't make it.
What are you doing at the kitchen?
I'm just gonna look around, see if there's anything being made, and if there's not, I'll just go back to
There
the living
does
room.
seem to be kind of a lunch being prepared for you guys. It's probably about midday at this point.
Hey, Blair, quickly, can you guys go play somewhere else?
I did not have a plan for what the lunch would be, but I knew it would be prepared.
Hmm?
There's a lunch that is being prepared for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
For the passengers.
Well, I'll wait there for whenever it's done. Don't figure there's much here to do for me to do on the ship other than...
You wait there for a couple minutes, and then someone does end up telling you that if you like to wait for the food, you can either help out around the kitchen or you can wait in the area where you just came from, and it'll be brought to you.
Alright, well. If they need my help in the kitchen, I'll go attempt to help and probably have at least someone to know my way around the kitchen.
Yeah, you
But-
can use. Let's see, what would I have you roll here? I'm gonna check this stuff real quick and see what I would have you roll. What are you wanting to help out with? There are a few different meals, or a few different options being prepared. There's some sort of type of noodles being created that is very similar to ramen. There's your classic your classic lunch that everyone always eats, the chicken and all that stuff. There's a few other options depending on what you want to help make something simple, something complex, or something kind of moderate.
I'll
I'm
just
gonna
try and help
have
out with
you-
something simple. I'm not gonna
I'm gonna have you roll
anything
a
complex.
dex for whatever one you choose to help yourself get around everyone. Okay. All right, that's good enough to do this. You make your way around, dodging people and getting around the kitchen very quickly, doing everything you're told, putting in just the right ingredients and all that. It's a simple dish, but what you've done is fairly good for a first-time try, and someone who doesn't really cook. By the time you finish it, Tubtor and Velmora finally find their way into the kitchen. Now you guys can roleplay.
And you guys must walk really slow. I made it here before you.
I was just enjoying the
Oh,
shit, man.
Stovek like cooking too.
I mean, I didn't have much else to do, so I figured that would help.
Subtor grandmama always say, "I would eat." Tuptor would like to start making cookies.
Tubtor begins to make cookies. Do you ask anyone for assistance to show you where the ingredients and stuff are?
No, I hope I got enough of them with the cooking stuff. And if I do need something, I would ask another chef, somebody that looks
Can
like they've been there a while. But I would
Can the
trust I have
cabinets
basics.
also
What?
can the cabinets also be very, very detail labeled, and he has to roll perception again for those?
You know what? Yeah. It's
One
not a
today.
disadvantage this time because you are in your element and all that. It's not
What?
an advantage, but
I can't hear you.
You can roll perception straight to see if you notice the labeling on the cupboards.
Oh, nice.
14. Yeah, you notice that the cupboards are fairly well labeled, but you do occasionally get the wrong cupboard. But you roll your cooking tools.
I believe cooking tools is perception plus 2. What we decided?
I think we decided it was going to be a dependent on what you're cooking. For this one, it is going to be, I think, wisdom, because you're going to be recalling your,
Wisdom
probably recalling your
Wisdom
grandmama's history. You're recalling your grandmama's recipe, are you not?
Okay. Yep, I am working on a history. So, history is intelligence by roll.
History is wisdom, is it not?
It's not on my thing.
Intelligence.
Oh yeah, it's intelligence.
The survival or perception with proficiency or
That stuff
what?
would
How do
have
you want to
been.
do wisdom?
It's intelligence. Sorry, I thought history was wisdom for a second. I was wrong.
I'm still confused as to what to roll.
Just click history with your proficiency bonus, because you're proficient in cooking tools. And since this is a thing you've probably cooked before or helped cook before, I'm gonna give you that advantage. And
I don't know how to roll in history without rolling intelligence.
Yeah. What is your proficiency bonus? Because you can add that to that as
My
well.
proficiency bonus is 2. My intelligence
2.
is -1 modifier. My wisdom modifier is +4.
So you get a.
That's a 5-point difference.
You got a 20 there. Tubtor seems to be very diligent in reaching his arms up, grabbing exactly what he needs from the cupboard that he doesn't already have, and he makes some very, very good smelling cookies. What kind of cookies are these?
These are biscochitos. These are Mexican cinnamon and chocolate sugar cookie.
All right. So it's,
I mean a gnomish cinnamon and chocolate sugar cookie.
Yeah. Well,
That's definitely what I meant to say.
As Tubtor is finishing up, everyone starts moving dishes out to the waiting room where you guys were before. If you guys want to go out there, you can eat your food, talk, or do all that, and probably end the day there, and then go on to the next day.
I would just be offering my sugar cookies to anybody interested and eating them
At the same
generously.
time.
Yeah.
All right.
I would not make just a couple of them. I would make several dozen of them. I am cooking for the entire crew.
All right, you guys. All right, you guys are. You finish eating. The crew seems very glad that you shared your cookies. They were very good cookies. If anyone else had them, and well, the day goes on. You guys probably chat about a few other things that probably aren't extremely important, or you don't. I don't know. But the day goes on. You guys get dinner later on. I don't know if you guys want to help out with that too. It's the same roles, unless Tubtor wants to help out too. It would just be Dex to help out.
Tubtor is going to spend the time after dinner meditating and grooming himself because
Okay.
it is very difficult to look princely as a
And
bugbear. There's a lot of body hair.
After you're done eating, unless you guys have stuff you want to talk to each other about or anything like that, you can head back to your rooms. You each get your own. I don't have a battle map, like I said before, so I can't tell you what they look like or anything. Except that they're nice, they're fancy rooms. This is definitely a very, what's the word? I can't think of the word. It's a fancy airship. It's definitely meant for rich people.
Lavish.
Is Tubtor
Yes,
disappointed
lavish,
with
that's
his
the word.
room?
Probably not.
Okay.
Anyways, night falls. Some of you guys get sleep. But I think I had something planned here, do I? I did. Did I put it in these notes? Why are these notes like this? Okay. Sorry. I did not put it there. Did I forget to write down what was supposed to happen here? Shit. Stovak, you have a visitor in the middle of the night. You lay down in your bed, and before you actually get the chance to fall asleep, you hear a woman's voice, which you recognize as someone typically used as a messenger for your patron.
You're right.
Why, sweetie, are you awake?
No.
Oh, come now. Don't be like that. You know you love my little visits. I don't fully have this written out, otherwise I'd actually have conversation here. I just needed to do her actual intro like that because that's how she talks. She tells you that your master is pleased about the tormented souls you have delivered, and hopes that you have that you continue your good service, and that you are nearing something that you desire. But she keeps it vague, as typical for a warlock patron. And then she opens the door, leaves,
And never return.
and then disappears. Literally, if you tried to follow her out the door, she's gone. Just poof. Anyways.
If she
You all
slams
get
the
to
door,
sleep.
I would like to take my fist and pound on the wall if she slams on the door and yell, "Tubtor sleep!"
You actually probably don't hear a slam on the door or anything, but you do hear what sounds like conversation in the other room before it stops. But you each get to bed. Stovak, you also have the dream again. Let's see. You awaken in a bed, ordinary room, ordinary day. You make your way to the door, open the door, you find yourself in the tavern. But this time you recognize the faces around you. You recognize Velmora, Tubtor, and Foggersmog. But there's still another face that hasn't become clear. The same thing happens. Everything goes quiet. You walk out of the tavern, find yourself on a battlefield. This time you're on the opposite side of the battlefield. And it seems the soldiers around you this time wear the color of Astray, which is the new kingdom that has been formed in the north, where you guys are heading currently. You see similar events happening, the battles going, a lot of soldiers seem to be dying. This time you seem to be on the losing side of the fight. But once again, a group of soldiers appears. But this time, it seems different. You still don't recognize them as allies. They stand there the same way, and the figure emerges. But this time, you hear a voice. Let me scroll back down. I had to read those to get that again. You hear the words. The time has come. I have awakened. And as everything goes black this time, when the corpses rise, they seem to be striking your side as well. You take the strike, everything goes black, and you hear what sounds like several voices whispering in the darkness. Find us.
No, thank you.
And you awaken. What do you do? All of you can decide what to do when you wake up. You can go out, you could stay in bed a few more minutes.
I will be probably better if we get up.
Okay. So you get up. Do you head out into the... Stovak is obviously the first one to wake up, as he's had this recurring nightmare for several weeks now and is just kind of forced out of sleep every time. Still manages to get the full long rest, but... Oh, speaking of, everyone take a long rest if you need it.
I think we need it.
So, question: what weapon does Velmora use? If Velmora uses arrows, I would like to make a brace of arrows.
That's a good question. Yeah, I have a short bow, short sword, and a dagger.
Classic
As
rogue weapons.
Velmora uses short bow, All the short weapons.
Classic rogue weapons.
Yeah.
I would like to make short bow ammunition out of the best woods that I can find, and roll a wood carving check of some kind to make arrows. Hopefully of some kind of bleeding damage or of some advantage. Out of some of the wood I bought recently at the wood carver place, or something I found. If I can find something that would suit my purpose in crafting.
I'm not. I feel like there's more than just wood carver's tools needed to make arrows. But I don't think there's
Wood
a
carver's
fletcher's
tools
kit,
is all
there?
that's required to make arrows, but to make them with arcane properties, maybe an Arcana roll, which I'm proficient in.
You are proficient in Arcana? Okay. Then...
I'm not sure if this exists in actual D&D, but the thing that you need in real life to make arrows is
fletching
fletching.
kit. Yeah. Because you got to be able to split the feathers to make the... Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah,
give
the other
me-
guy says he can make 20 long rests, so that's all I was going off of. But
give me a check. Frick, what check? What would this fall under? Survival, maybe? No. Frick, I don't know what this would fall under. It doesn't say in the book, does it?
it's a crafting check. It's a crafting check of some kind. I'm going to say it's a strength check, so +2, plus my proficiency bonus, plus another 2, because I'm proficient in woodcarver's tools. +4 to whatever the check is. Whatever the regular D20 is, +4.
It might be a dex. Because carving arrows doesn't
Dex
seem like
plus
a strength.
proficiency is +6.
Okay. Go ahead and make that roll.
I don't know how to roll a regular D20 on the website. I can roll initiative, which is +4 anyways. I'll roll initiative, it's +4. So plus...
That's a natural 20.
Oh, okay. Well...
That's a natural 20. You make some fairly decent quality arrows. Probably about 12. I wouldn't say that they have... or make that Arcana check, actually. You're not an artificer, so I'm not gonna, like... I don't think you'll be able to make something too powerful, but you can make, like, a...
All my tool checks are +2. All my tool checks are +2.
Okay. Yeah,
Whatever I
make
got.
some arrows that add +1 to your damage when you use them. +1 1 dice to your damage die. Really good.
I would like to give all 12 of those to Valmora. Tuptor make gift.
Oh, thank you.
12 arrows perfectly sized for your short bow. That, as I said, they add 1 damage die to your short bow when used.
I'm gonna grab a stool to stand on to pat Tubtor on the head.
You might need more than a stool. You might need a bar
No, I
stool
don't.
and then climb up on the top of it.
A chair.
Tuptor stoops, smiles, and blushes a little bit.
Good Tubtor.
Though it may be kind of difficult to see his blush through all of the hair.
can tell.
You can tell, but anyways,
You wouldn't have to roll
you're
any high in
all-
insight to be able to tell.
You're all in the way in that hangout area, in the bar area. I'll just keep calling it that, the bar. And well, when Stolvak walks out, Ronaldo's already up somehow for some reason. But he's working on something, writing something down in what seems to be some kind of journal at the bar. And you guys come out shortly after. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, I need to take just a split second. It's gonna take a little bit. after you guys
Tubtor
come
just
out.
kind of blurts out. Tubtor just kind of blurts out. Who three sisters?
What?
What?
That's all he says. Who three sisters? Which lady? Speak of. I'm gonna ask him if he has any idea as to who these three sisters might be.
I not sure I get what you're asking. I understand what you're asking, but how you're asking it, Ronaldo does not.
Ask better.
Tubtor just kind of scratches his head and gives up for the time.
Okay.
Because Tubtor doesn't know how to explain it. He doesn't express himself very well.
Oh, right then. He closes his book and puts it in a large bag that he has beside him. Well, I thought I'd be the only one awake at this time, but it's good to see I'm not the only early bird. I hope you guys all slept well. The voices between Ronaldo and Laren are so similar, it's going to be hard to tell the difference between who's speaking. This is Ronaldo speaking, but Laren's about to walk in. Laren walks in. Ah, good. You're all awake. We'll be making a quick stop at Undermount soon. When we do, feel free to explore the village. And, well, I don't know, just don't take too long. You could stop at the inn to get some food there to allow our workers a little bit of a respite. I will speak with the leader of the village, and we shouldn't be too long here, but there might be time to get a few things done if you would like to. That's all he has to say, really. If there's nothing you guys are going to be talking about that's just important, unless you guys want to find a way to bring up certain backstory things or anything like that,
I'm just out here to get the king off my ass.
we'll just skip to you guys arriving at Undermount. The airship begins to slow and descend, and in the distance, not too far away, you can see the large mountain range known as the Beirun Mountains, under control of the Dwarven Kingdom. But just before you get to the border of the Kingdom of Tyrane and the Dwarven Kingdom, at the bottom of the mountain is the small village of Undermount. A mining village that's been here for a few years. It's relatively new compared to a lot of the villages in Tyrane. But it seems, as you approach, you don't see very many people walking around, but you do see a couple of large buildings One is probably the tavern, the other is probably the mayor's house or something. And the airship makes its descent and lands just outside the village of Undermount. You guys step out of the airship, Laren leading the way, and you are approached by an older-looking man who, well, you could probably assume that he's the elder of the village. He's the leader, kind of the village, just by how he's dressed and how he presents himself. He comes up.
Welcome to Undermount. It isn't much to look at since we had to close the mines a few weeks back, but it's still home. We hope you find everything you need while you're here. And please stay away from the mines. They are quite dangerous right now. If you need repairs, our blacksmith still runs his forge, and there's always good food at the stone quarry. That's the name of the inn, if you were wondering.
What dangers plague your mind? I would be leading the group, and I would immediately be talking to him because I know that as a royal member, he's obviously, as the leader of this village, he's obviously addressing me.
Young man, we don't quite know, but it seems something has taken up residence in our minds, and, well, in my old age, I can't do anything about it, but no adventurers seem to make their way out here, and we've tried to hire people, but they seem to refuse. We don't have much to give in form of payment.
If the people are in jeopardy, Tubtor is here. I would like to offer the party's assistance.
If you're all willing to help, as I said, we don't have much to pay you, but we would be grateful if you can get the mines up and running again.
I figure if anything, the favor would be payment. Maybe a little way later in years, your mines will prosper and we will be in need of materials.
A man who thinks of the future. I like you. Perhaps it will. Well, I'm sure someone can lead you to the mine. I must get back. It is too early for me.
Tubtor follow the sign.
He gestures towards a younger-looking man who seems to be a hunter. And he tells him to lead you guys to the mines whenever you are prepared to go.
I'm ready.
I think we're ready, honestly.
I'm ready.
Unless there's a fucking alchemist in town, I wouldn't mind grabbing a health potion or two just in damn case.
There are places you can go to prepare for this. I'm going to say this now. It's not going to be an easy fight.
I have faith in myself.
There is an alchemist who makes healing potions and the such. As I said as well, there's also a blacksmith. Foggersmog also, I should have mentioned this. Foggersmog stayed in his room, claiming to have a headache and feeling sick. He asked, I'm going to go with Tubtor, if he could take the sword, the broken sword that he got, and find someone to do something with it. And he did mention that there's a blacksmith who still runs the forge.
If I need to pay some money for that to happen, to have it reworked and sharpened and whatnot, I'd work on the handle because I'm a woodsmith myself. But in addition to me recarving the handle, having it reworked by the bladesmith.
So you're gonna go to the
And to cast
blacksmith
a
before
bending.
you actually leave to the
Or
mines?
I'll
Or
appropriately priced in this.
huh?
If you want me to rework that, yes, I will throw in extra money for that. Yes.
If you want to go to the blacksmith, I have a thing for that.
That's-
You can go there, and they'll get to you in a moment. What were you saying, Tucker?
Consider alchemists less atrociously priced because normally a single health potion is 50
Uh,
gold pieces.
Yes, much less atrociously. It's probably maybe 10 gold for a health potion.
That's all my money. You know,
Oh,
I think I'll
you don't
die.
want that much. No, no, no. You each got 40 gold from the king. I forgot about that.
You think I'm
I
spending
said
all of
that
my
at the
money on
beginning.
health potions?
I forgot about that. Just
I'll
make sure
grab
to
one
add
health
that
potion.
to your
Alchemist.
inventory as well.
I want to go to the alchemist.
You wanna
Just
go
in
to the
case, I'm
alchemist?
grabbing a
Okay,
health potion.
so-
Just a singular. I'm sure it'll work out all fine. Worst case scenario, I won't be around to have to deal with the consequences.
So you're getting a singular health potion for Tucker? For Stolvok? Velmora, what are you grabbing?
Health potion, just one.
Just one? Alright.
Yeah.
You both get a health potion, that's 10 gold. Tubtor, you approach the blacksmith, surprisingly able to find it fairly easily, given how you did in the airship. I'm not gonna have you roll for stuff just because I actually want this to go through.
He actually want it to happen.
Yes.
Toptor making new handle for broken sword. Toptor needs swords sharpened and fixed.
I haven't described the blacksmith yet.
I
You
was a little early.
You approach the blacksmith. I'll still say that's how you introduce yourself, but you approach the blacksmith. It's a simple building. There's a forge outside. Taller elf man is working at the forge when you approach. You need a weapon fixed, you say?
Fixed sword for friend.
A sword. Do you mind if I see it? Fuck. Switching accents. Don't mind it. A sword. Do you mind if I see it for a moment?
Please. Toptor hands sword.
You hand him
To the
what's left
blacksmith.
of this sword, and he goes over it for just a minute, and then his expression changes. This is a dragon glass blade. Where did you get this?
Toptor fix for friend. I have no idea where he got this. I was not there when he bought the
No,
sword.
you weren't
The
there.
first time I saw the sword.
Do you know where
Yeah.
your friend got this? I know you just said no, but
Either or never mind.
I just like to look at it very confusedly.
so that is a no then. I can see what I can do. I might be one of the only people who would be able to fix this. Thank you for bringing it to me. This will be a great work. And did I hear something? Are you with the party that is going to take care of the mines?
I mean,
Toptor will save the peoples. People should not be in danger.
Thank you for your help as well. If you make it through that, this sword will be waiting for you when you
I'll
return,
come in there.
hopefully.
We'll grab it real quick.
Well, it
That
might
would
take
be
some
fine,
time,
really.
but it will be free of charge. And he immediately begins working on the blade.
Toptor thank friend. I cast guidance on him with a pat on his back.
Cool. It won't really affect anything because it's an NPC blacksmith that's just gonna get it done, but I'll just
It's
say
flavor.
it's better than it could have been. But but I guess nobody will actually know that. What do you do afterwards? Do you head anywhere specific? It's fairly easy to find your way around this town. It seems set up similar to a town you've visited before in Eberron when you were from that world.
I'm just kind of skipping along, singing as I'm trying to get mushrooms to grow. I'm casting the Druidcraft cantrip. My verbal component for the Druidcraft cantrip is the word phenomenon. And I'm singing as I'm skipping along, trying to get mushrooms to grow, singing Manominum. Do 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 do. Manominum. Do 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 do. Manominum. Do 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 do. Trying to get mushrooms to grow to cook with.
All right. You
Casting
already
Druidcraft.
cast that nature check, and that is a really good nature check. So you do find several different types of edible mushrooms, and well, some you might be able to sell to a alchemist who might be able to make potions with it. You don't know what they do, but
Okay.
you know they're not something you should just eat. You can make probably 3 silver off of the mushrooms you find, which means you found quite a few mushrooms for just for the medical purposes. But you can make a couple different meals from the mushrooms you find that are edible as well. Is there anything else you do before
Hey.
heading back to the hunter? Huh?
Nope.
No? Stolvak is not here.
AFK.
Well, I can still switch you guys over to the other map because I have a better map.
I'm gonna grab Tubtor's shirt and drag him along.
Stop. Get in your bed.
Grish.
Stop. Get in your bed.
Ready to come back there?
I'm gonna snag her hand and kind of skip with her. Drag me along, what?
You were AFK, so I grabbed your shirt
No,
and
it
dragged
was
you along.
Stolvak. It's Stolvak who's AFK.
I'm back.
Tubtor didn't answer when I said AFK.
Oh. Well, let's move everyone over here.
Oh, I'm typing in my inventory.
Are we supposed to be on a different screen? Because we're not.
I'm getting ready to move it. You guys begin to you guys get back to the hunter who leads you to the mines. They are kind of boarded up, but not very well. The hunter seems to be able to pull these boards off very easily, and you guys go in. I'm going to remove Fogger Smog. I feel like this page keeps getting darker every single time I load it up.
Should you premium?
Yes. I have
So you should have to
daylight
mimic
mode
lighting,
on
right?
as well. Is that too dark?
Did you give
for
our
you?
vision
This
token?
is the wrong. Yes, I gave all your
You give our
tokens
tokens
vision.
visions? Yeah, there we go. Words. Don't worry.
Just a
I can
second.
word right,
I
I
can
swear.
make it. I should be able to make it brighter.
Just turn the light up.
Lighting.
And the other one.
Daylight
we
mode
go.
was freaking turned off.
Oh, that makes sense.
I didn't turn that off.
Yeah, it's nighttime.
I'll make it darker. That should work. You guys can still see everything, right?
Yeah.
Everything you should be able to? Okay. Well, you are in the mines. Oh, yeah, let me switch the battle map real quick. There we go.
I have a question. Did we ever switch maps from the castle?
Huh?
Or was my thing just broken? Because I was still on the castle map. That's why I asked that.
Yeah, I switched it. Everyone should be in the mines now.
I am
I'm in
not.
the mine.
Okay.
I would like to say that Tubtor would like to say Tubtor lead, Tubtor protect. Good eyes. I would like to roll stealth, and I would like to move myself behind this
Tubtor
this bin
does
and roll
have
stealth.
dark vision.
as I lead.
However, it seems
10 seconds.
decently lit.
I'm trusting there'll be dark corners somewhere where I'll be able to see beyond. They won't be lit everywhere. It's my assumption.
That is not supposed to be visible right now. Why is that visible right now?
I
You
don't
saw
know which
nothing.
corner is going to have darkness.
I'm back.
Shit.
I need to get water.
Those should be not visible as well.
Did it roll stealth?
It did. Just give me a second. All right. That is a really good roll. Let me really quickly. I need to. Where is my phone? Is in my pocket. That's where my phone is. Sorry, I have to get a special book out because I'm using a special creature. Because I myself am special.
You sure are.
This one.
While you're finding your thing, River, you want to know what works together surprisingly good, McKenna?
What?
Those like nacho things you told Clement to get, the stuffed nacho things,
Yeah.
and country gravy.
Huh. Interesting. Aren't those good though?
Yeah, they're great. Are amazing.
Yeah.
Why is this where it is? This is not where the page should be.
I would like to start ritual casting the spell Detect Poison and Disease, by the way. It takes 10 minutes to ritual cast. It lasts for another 10.
Good God.
You rolled a 17 on stealth.
Ritual casting doesn't cast a spell slot though, McKenna.
I need to open this. Click here.
Man, there's nowhere to set this so it's out of movement. Yes, there is.
Tubtor, you rolled a very high stealth. I'm gonna give you that. But that doesn't help you in this situation, as you hear a rumbling coming from your right.
Look at these guys again.
A large ankeg
Oh, it is actually those guys again.
comes rushing out. Roll initiative.
Bulwark isn't here to turn those guys into mashed potatoes.
My initiative is still messed up. River, you roll for me.
Okay, yeah.
At least I think it's messed up. Did you fix it?
I'm not sure.
I can try rolling it, but I don't know.
10. Stolbox got an 18. And Belmores did not show up. However,
Yeah.
I can do this. Right click. Add turn. 10. Who has higher dex? Tubtor or Belmore?
18. 18 dex.
Oh yeah, his is higher.
Belmore's
Tubtor
token probably
goes
doesn't
first.
represent her character sheet, and that's why it's not working.
It does. I don't know why it's not working. Let me.
I think Clem fixed it on his campaign, but we haven't had to roll initiative in a minute in his, so I don't know if it's actually fixed.
Stolvok gets to go first.
Your Yankeg has a 0.
I feel bad for this Ankeg.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna open her up with a good old fashioned witch bolt. It's a spell save DC.
It's a spell save?
Yeah.
Okay, what is
It's a
14?
14. Where is the save?
On a hit. It says on a hit.
Oh, it is a hit. Okay.
Okay, so that does
Great.
not hit.
That's awful.
Is there anything else you could do?
Take my action.
Oh, I should change this to combat music.
This is great combat music. I don't know what you mean.
There we go. I should have changed that to mine exploring music or something, but all right. Is that it? Can't do anything else?
No.
All right. The Ankeg is going to, as it spots Tubtor, it's going to. It's going to rush towards you guys, and then it's going to. 1 second.
Horse screams, and it is a little more girly than you would imagine.
What the fuck do you mean I can't? Hold up. Custom effect requires pro. Game owner must be a pro subscriber to use this. I am a pro subscriber! That's weird. Anyways,
Are you trying to do it on your second account?
no,
You have a
I
second
don't
account,
have a
never mind.
second account. That's you. 30 wide, 30 feet long. So it is a more of a beam. Alright.
I guess I should have.
That is great. Make a dexterity saving throw, Tubtor and Velmora. You both pass. Take.
I would have had to take a step forward to cast that spell on the Ankeg, by the way. I just realized. There's not 60 feet range.
Well, you
Oh, no, I
should
guess
be-
I have spell sniper, so yeah,
Yeah,
that's 60
I was
feet
gonna be
range.
like, half
I'll
of
just shut up.
14, 7. Take 7 damage.
For me and Tuptor.
Yeah. Both of you take 7 acid damage as it rushes towards you and spews acid on both of you.
Tubtor hair!
That brings us to Tubtor's turn.
So I would like to use my action to grapple the Ankeg. If the Ankeg is a large creature, is it huge?
It is a large creature.
I believe since I count as a large creature for grappling, would I be able to grapple it? To grab its head to control its acid attack in the future.
You count as large for strength-based checks?
Powerful build.
They don't know what that does.
Yes, he does.
Then yeah, that would.
And I would like to move here, also giving it flank to my allies.
If they get close enough. Okay.
You have
Is that all you
advantage
can do?
when attempting to grapple or pin down another creature.
No, I would also like to spend a key point. In addition, I was assuming you'd make me try and roll strength to grapple it.
It's a grapple check, which is
He apparently
strength
also
competition.
gets advantage.
What is that? A strength or athletics?
Strength. It's your grapple, so if you have anything that gives you proficiency in grapples and stuff, then you get proficiency, but it's
Oh, that was a saving throw. That was my bad.
straight strength.
Yes, I'm doing a dexterity grapple because I'm
Oh
not.
yeah, because you're
That
a
was my bad. I'm doing
you're a
a
monk. You're
dexterity.
dex. That succeeds. You grapple.
Okay, I would also like to use a key point, one of my 2 key points, to, as a bonus action, make 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay, mark those off and do that. Those both hit.
Did it roll twice?
Yep.
Okay.
You got 2 20s, dirty 20s. 7 and 8 damage. So it takes.
And it is grappled and it is flanked. And that's my turn.
Boom. Alright. That's your turn. Valmora.
Are you sure
I'm
about
just gonna shoot at it with my short bow.
Okay. I think you get advantage because it's grappled. What?
Oh, I get advantage? Okay. Hold on.
Are you sure Valmora's token represents her character? Because her health
It
didn't go down.
It should. Says represents Valmora.
Wild.
1 second. Maybe I gotta go here and do this. Edit. Apply token defaults. How about now?
Read that.
It changed everything to be wrong. Wow, it's not even pulling certain things up. I can't. I need to reload. 1 second. I love it when this happens in the middle of combat. There we go. No, it's still not. What the fuck?
Also, I have on my character sheet that I have less 7 on my HP.
Oh, yeah, that should be minus
I
7.
don't know why it's not reflecting there, but
That should be less than 7. Or not less than 7. It should be 7 down.
I know. So I have 17 out of 24.
Alright. Yeah, it's being weird. Does it still say 17 out of 24?
On my character sheet it does, but not on my token.
Okay.
There, now it does on my token.
There we go. I think I fixed it. I hope I fixed it. Anyways, you shoot it with your bow? Did you roll the hit?
Yep.
Yes, you did. That hits.
Did you use the
using-
arrows?
That's what I was about to ask.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sure
you
did.
So did you
Yep.
add an extra damage die?
Nope, because I can't do that on my roll 20.
What is the damage die for your short bow? So
1d6.
6, yeah. You can add that to your damage. So that's All right. 7 damage. You returned the favor. If it wasn't being grappled, it would be prone right now, but Tub Door is the only thing keeping it up. As it switches over to Tubtor's turn, you hear a bit of sound coming from deeper within the mine. And I don't know who all is able to see these. I will see in just a moment. Those things that you weren't supposed to see earlier. If you can still see that area, you see them now. I might need to reload this page too. Battle map's going to disappear for a second. There we go. I can see them now.
I'm concerned because I can't see what he's talking about.
You might need to reload.
I'm
the
sure it's
page.
fine.
Wait, why can this... Oh, fuck. This is... It reloaded the page, but it also put me in GM mode, so it can see everything.
Yummy.
Oops.
Gotta love when it does that.
Now. Oh no. They're just out of your view range, it seems. Anyways. Continue then.
Oh,
You
never
don't
mind,
see
guys.
anything.
There's nothing in your view. You don't see anything. Never mind.
Everything I was talking about was just a joke.
It's just a prank. Did the freaking turn order disappear for everyone else too? Why did it do that?
Yeah.
Alright.
You probably
Stovok's turn.
Again.
I'm gonna roll for these guys
Yummy.
real quick.
And I figured they'd have a little bit more health, but after seeing what I just saw,
These guys are just the small front guards.
I figured. That's
I
why
mean,
I'm
there
not
are some
eating
with even less
on 'em.
health, but you guys should be able to take care of those guys in like an instant.
Does that hit?
Bold of you to assume I can roll that good.
Yes, that hits. See, unless you're rolling absolute garbage, you should be able to deal with the other ones. 8 force damage.
Yeah. I hit my knee on the table.
Is not looking too good. That's one.
Did he
messed
roll with
up
advantage
bug.
or something?
Also, this is
Okay.
out of these ones, this one has the lowest health.
What do you mean? This is the only one for sure.
Yes, that's why
right.
the mines were closed down, because one NKEG.
I mean, I would see a spider and fucking run, so.
Or got this.
But these things are absolutely terrifying close up, by the way. I need the dex. They're
Just give me 2 more levels, and then we'll have Stovok double tapping people.
That's the best. That's the best initiative I've ever seen rolled today. Right now, that's great. Roll. Yes.
Roll.
I'm just gonna add all the other ones to the initiative because at this point you probably know they're.
No, not like you mentioned.
Yeah, never mind the numbers on the initiative. These guys are... You don't see them.
These guys are rolling These guys are rolling really good initiative. Oh, that one actually. And then there's the one that actually did roll a really good initiative, but it's going to take a minute for it to get to you guys, so it's fine. Silvok's turn is over. You hear light chittering from further into the cave. And can I just...
Oh, great
before
heavens.
This guy decides to attempt to break free from your grapple.
Do I need to roll something?
Yeah, another check. This one... Yeah, it should still work with Dex for you. Ooh.
Because I'm squirrely.
It breaks from your grapple, and it makes a... It tries to bite you. Does an 18 hit?
Neat. Meats.
Huh?
Meets it,
Meets it,
meets.
so it hits. Frick. I didn't see what that just rolled. Oh, that's
Around and bites my leg.
6 plus 3 plus 5. My math is not mathing. 6 plus 3 is 9. 14.
Plus 5 is 14.
Take 14 slashing slash acid damage. 5 acid damage and 9 slashing. That's what I said, right?
Oh, Tubtor's not looking so hot, guys.
You're fine. Tis but a flesh wound.
It is but a flesh wound. Your arms are gone. That takes us to Velmora.
Okay. Gonna
You
shoot
might
at
kill
it
it.
again. Do I have
Tubtor.
advantage or normal?
It's
Flanked.
no longer grappled, so it's normal.
Okay,
Nope,
so just
ranged.
Flank.
Ranged.
Oh.
Doesn't work for ranged.
Tubtor, hush.
And that still hits. How do you want to do this?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Just shoot it, and the
Yeah.
arrow goes flying through the carapace and out the other side.
Misses Tubtor by a hair.
Even without adding the extra d6 to the damage dice, that still kills it. Tubtor, it is your turn. You did not grab any health potions while you were in the village.
Healing word. No, I did not. I would like to cast healing word, but I don't know what it does. I'm trying to look it up.
I get heals.
Healing word is a bonus action, is it not? If I remember correctly.
It is a bonus action.
Yeah.
Creature of
Healing word-
choice.
Okay.
1d4 plus spellcasting ability modifier. So 1d4 plus 4.
Also, as the arrow rips through the Ankeg's carapace, you hear very loud chittering and almost screaming sounds coming from deeper within the mines.
Um,
Or screaming.
I would like to use my bonus action I would like to use my bonus action to use the healing word and heal 7 points. To start.
7 points. All right, you can do that.
Yep.
You have movement.
Okay. Could I use my action to move to these, Can I tell which direction they're coming from?
This direction.
Yes.
Would I be able to move here and cause a trap, prepare it to cave in?
The mine
Prepare
is
the ceiling to
very
collapse and
stable,
beams.
and you don't feel like you have the time to cause a cave in.
I can't collapse the beams on top of them?
No. They're very
Okay.
well made.
There's no trap I can come up with, then
Not that you have the materials to make or the time to make.
I would like to spill acid across this area, this neck down area, to make it difficult terrain from the ankeg.
Right. How are you gonna do that?
I would like to drag the ankeg 20 feet over here and spill its acid gland. And I have 40 feet of movement, so I can drag it half that.
Make a strength check. Because this ankeg is very heavy. But you also have the... You're only able
Powerful
to do
build.
this because of the powerful build. Alright, it takes you longer to drag that over, and you do not have time to spill out the acid in one turn. But you will be able to do the next one. As it moves to the next turn. And then the next. Hold action. And then the next. And Stovak.
Yes. My turn.
Your turn.
Turn on.
I can
Well-
remove fog or smog from this page.
Oh, you made a mistake of being visible.
Ooh!
Tub tour. Over your shoulder cracks a
That
seething
hits.
bolt of purple lightning. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go.
Okay, that's much more. How do you want to do this?
I don't know why there's two Eldritch Blasts there. I'll delete that other one. I'm just gonna blast his head off his shoulders. Just no more pancake head.
This seething purple lightning flies over Tubtor's shoulder as both Tubtor and Stolvok witness this Ankeg's head explode. And you hear another screeching, chittering sound coming from further in.
Yummy.
That one's dead. That one's dead. Velmora.
Okay.
Tubtor, you've also noticed another big boy coming in around the corner.
Good. I don't see any on. Oh, I see one. Okay. I just see this one over here. That's the only one I see.
That one's dead.
That's really strange. My spells had duplicated themselves 3 times.
Any other ones that if you don't see it, you don't have range to hit it.
Okay, then
So-
yeah, I don't see anything else. So,
All right.
can I give Tuptor the potion I got from the alchemist?
You can. Yes. I will say that is a bonus action. You can hold your main action for if anyone gets into range or anything like that, or whatever.
Okay, that's what I'll
What
do.
do I have to use that potion? A reaction?
You can use a bonus action to heal the amount of for a dice roll, which is 2. Frick, what's the potion again, Tucker? Do you remember?
What potion?
The health potion we have in Peter's. That's the same type.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. You can roll that out by using a bonus action to drink the potion, or you can use a full action to drink the potion and just take the full amount that you would get from a max roll.
Which is 10.
Cool.
And it is Tubtor's turn, so
So if 10 health is worth an action for you, go right ahead.
So, what would I need to do to spill the Ankeg's acid out into this tunnel to make it a difficult terrain
you can
for...
use your action to make a survival check to see if you know where to cut to spill the Ankeg's acid gland onto the spot. And then do it.
I don't know if I get anything for tool check for
That's
making a trap,
6.
but...
Yeah, you think you know the spot, and then you go to cut, and nothing. Nothing but blood.
It just doesn't work.
Insect blood.
Okay. As I believe I have failed, I am going to use this potion and just roll it out and take 2d4 plus 4.
2d4 plus 4. I believe.
9 healing points.
You heal for 9 points. That's pretty good.
Gets him to full health. Or no, almost full health. Just
Almost
kidding.
full health.
Math. Not math good.
It gets him to your full health.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
And that is Tubtor's turn? Nothing else?
Yep.
Alright. Ding. Hold action. Hold action. Bing. One second. I just want to see if this has the range. Not quite. You guys are both out of range. Lucky you.
Out of range of what?
It's acid spit.
Is there one I can't see right now?
Yes, there is one you can't see right now. It's right around the corner.
like
That brings you to Stolbach.
Oh, you don't have preview token drop on?
Nope. Just because it's an area where there's hidden stuff that I didn't want you guys to see immediately.
It's fair. Well, that guy once again made the absolute horrid mistake of existing.
This guy's got a lot more health than the other one did. A little bit more health than the other. No, yeah, quite a bit more. That does hit. For 13 damage.
If a 23 didn't hit, I might have cried.
If a 23 didn't hit, that would have been an impressive ankeg.
We all would have been screwed.
It chitters in anger as your Eldritch Blast strikes it. These guys are dead. I should just remove them from the turn order. Velmora.
Yes, I can see the edge of
You don't have a
this
unique
fella.
training?
Yeah, you could see that means he's within partial cover and what does partial cover do again? Frick.
It gives AC
Partial
bonus
cover.
based on what
It
it is,
gives an AC bonus.
based on the level of cover.
It is mostly covered. Not
If-
fully covered.
If it is half covered, it's +2. If it's half covered, it's +2. If it's 3/4 covered, it's +5. And if it's full covered, it can't be targeted at all.
Okay, that would have been a +5, but you moved.
I did. I moved. And then can I shoot at it with my short bow?
Yes.
Cool.
This is pretty good battle music. Nice. That hits and takes 5 piercing damage plus a 1 more d6. I will roll that for you.
Thank you.
2. So you do 7 damage in total. And is that all you can do?
Yeah.
All right. Tubtor. Seems your plan with the acid didn't work as you wanted it to, and everything's close enough now that you probably don't want to try again.
I would like to move here. I would like to use the dead ankeg for cover. I'm not sure if I can get half or 3/4 cover off of the dead
You
ankeg
can
if I do
get-
get attached at this point.
Roughly half cover.
I would like to make a slingshot attack at the ankeg that I can
Okay.
see.
Uh, 16 does hit. Six. Did you take the time to prep any of your slingshot ammo with... Actually, that probably won't affect this guy too much.
I would have made special cayenne pepper pellets. Like these are specialty
Yeah.
formed. I would not have coated my general weapon ammunition with pellets. With
Okay.
powder, no.
So that's 6 damage. Got it.
And as a bonus action, I'd like to again heal with heal 1d4 plus 4 damage with the
You
healing
used
word.
Potion. Oh, right. Healing word.
All right.
Forgot you had that. I know it's
He
kinda
was so
like
ready to
10
shut you
seconds,
down.
but- I was gonna be like, you
Absolutely.
already used your potion, but no,
He
you're not.
did.
He usually is ready to shut me down. He's got to be.
Did you do it? Yes, you did. Okay.
Did you do it?
I couldn't tell. That brings us. There. Hold action. Ding. It's gonna go there. Bite at Velmora. I'm assuming a 9 doesn't hit.
No, it doesn't.
All right, it attempts to lunge at you, but you swiftly dodge out of the way. Stolvok, it is your turn.
Alright. There's an Ankeg right there in front of us. You can guess what I'm gonna do to him.
Eldritch Blast,
That
that
hits.
hits. 5 damage.
Yeah, that's not that much. You know?
Not the best you've done so far, but
I forget.
Not the best. He's done.
Velmora, your turn again.
Since it's closer now, I want to use my short sword.
All right. Do you have any dual wielding feats or anything?
I don't think I have dual wielding.
Okay. I was just wondering because if you did, you can make 2 attacks with 1 attack by using your short sword and your dagger without adding bonuses, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think I have dual wielding.
Okay.
Well, hold on. No, I don't have it.
All right. Then that'll be it. 13 does not hit.
Damn.
Is there anything else you can do?
Nope, but I am gonna go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
All right. Tubtor.
I cannot do much for bonus action this turn, and I am not willing to give up my +2 cover, unless I can hide behind Velmora and retain my +2 cover.
I'm not allowing to use living people as cover unless they are willing, and since she's not here to do that, I'm gonna
Okay,
assume
then
she's not
I cannot
willing.
get him within melee range, so I will just be making a slingshot attack.
Okay.
For now.
Huh?
That hits. You were rolling really good with at least hitting with this slingshot.
Did I roll damage?
Yeah, it rolled damage after. You got 5.
Low damage.
Right.
Low damage.
Hold action. Hold action. And this guy. You guys aren't quite lined up, but if I am looking properly, it might be.
I believe cover also applies to dex saving throws. Fun fact. None other.
Velmora's not here. Make a dex saving throw. I'll make one for Velmora. Stoldock.
Oh. Yep.
That does not succeed. Do I not
I
have?
figure.
I don't. 1 second while I open Velmora's character sheet again. That does not succeed either. You both take 12 damage.
Yummy. No. Oh.
Oh! I just realized how much damage that is to Velmora. She's gonna come back and be like, why am I almost dead?
I'm sure it's fine. All I heard was why I'm almost dead, so I'm
That's
I'm
you.
sure it's great.
That's you. Don't
Yeah.
look at your health.
That's a normal Sunday for me, man.
Oh my. That is all this guy could do, luckily. So, Stolbach, it's your turn. You guys haven't even fought the boss
What
yet.
race was Velmora, by the way?
Huh?
What race was Velmora, by the way?
Half elf, as far as you can tell. But Hexblood.
Half elf.
She said it several times, so I'm assuming.
Well, I didn't know it. That's probably why I didn't
It's
remember
fine.
it.
Tuptor ignores me. It's fine.
Tuptor grew up around gnomes. And elves. Humans.
Probably have never seen a Hexblood before. That hits.
If only I had advantage
If
for some
only
reason.
you had advantage.
And yep, I think that's the and damage.
13 again. You're really liking those 13s, aren't you?
Yep, I'm liking the damage numbers.
I'm just gonna say this straight out. This one started with 58 health.
Damn.
Is there anything else you can do?
So it was
Stovak?
another little one.
Is there anything else you could do, Stolvak?
No, that's it.
Boy, Velmora's gonna want some healing done. If
that'd
someone
be
else
fine.
could do that, that would be great. Velmora.
It'll buff out, right? I'm going to move back, like here-ish, and then shoot at it with the
It
sword.
takes opportunity attack.
Ah, fuck.
You better
How
hope it
much
doesn't
opportunity?
hit. 16?
Oh, that hit.
Oh god. Take
I forgot about opportunity.
11 slashing. Uh-oh.
Tis but a flesh wound. It's
And
fine.
3 acid. That doesn't take you
Yummy.
over full health, does it?
What was the total?
11 slashing and...
I have
3
5
acid?
health left.
I know. I'm just making sure it doesn't take you over full health. It shouldn't. 11
Oh,
3.
No,
No, it doesn't. Okay.
it won't take me
So
over
you're
full.
good. Just drop to 0, and next turn you'll be making those saving throws.
Oh, good.
And I will move you back to here because you fell right about here.
Fair. I think I'm 1 square closer. If that matters.
1 square. Did you drop to 0, or is my page just not loading?
I dropped mine to 0, but I don't know if it's loaded on. If it's gonna take a
Does
minute.
everyone else see 5 still?
I still see 6.
6.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Uh-oh. We're
The
all seeing
5. It
different
just looks like a
things.
6.
Okay.
It's a 5.
No, it says 5.
And it won't even let me change it.
Stovak
so
just doesn't know how to read numbers.
I'm gonna reload.
No, it's just the
It
resolution
didn't
of my
even let me
monitor.
change the... I just clicked to change it, but it didn't change, so...
Okay, well, pretend that says 0.
Yeah, it says 0, guys. Oh, now it's not
Does.
letting me do anything. Okay. Well, you've got your character sheet. Your character sheet says 0, so we'll go with that. Tubtor, what
Yep.
do you do? You can cast
Velmora
Healing
seems
Word.
pretty fuckered up.
You can cast Healing Word, and
Huh?
it will bring her up to whatever you heal her. It will get her back up.
Oh, that's
just so
great.
you
Do
know.
I have a third spell slot? Because I
Do
used
you-
it twice on myself,
do
but I
you
have 2
have-
spell slots. I don't have any spell slots.
You don't have any
No.
spell slots? Oh boy, that would. It's great use of your healing.
But if I could do that, I'd love to. I could do that, but I don't have any spell slots as fuck.
You don't have healing cantrips or anything? Nothing? No? Okay.
There's no healing cantrips. There's not a single one.
I do have a healing cantrip. I'm
do?
going to move here. I'm going to use an action to
Oh, no, I
cast
think that's
Spare the Dying.
not a
Oh,
healing
okay.
cantrip.
That'll
It's a
that'll
stabilization
stabilize you, so it's automatically you succeed all of your death saving throws.
And also, as a bonus action, I can grapple. I'd like to grapple Vemora, and with the carry capacity halved, move half the distance I have remaining, an additional 15 feet away from
Why is it not letting me do
danger.
anything?
So to
I know
here.
why it's not letting me do
Dragging-
anything because I reloaded the page and now it's trying
Dragging
to say I'm not
Velmora.
signed in as the GM.
Yep.
That makes sense.
It's safe.
I can provokes it now.
And she does not provoke opportunity attack because she's being moved against her will.
No, she doesn't provoke opportunity attack even if she was moving on her own because, anyways, you should have 1 hit point now and you're back up and moved to where Tugtor is. Is that all you can do?
1 hit point.
Yeah, that's my action, and I believe that's my bonus action as well. So yeah.
Okay. Hold action, Ankeg. Big Ankeg's turn. Can you just frickin' do what I tell you to do at once? Does a 13 hit, Staldock?
No.
Okay.
Actually, no, it doesn't. I was joking, but it doesn't.
Okay. Okay. It lunges at you, and you move out of the way. Barely. It seems very angry.
What? If only I had that funny thing that did the whole you don't get disadvantage when you're in close range.
Oh, wait.
I don't. That's spells. That's what it's Warcaster. Spell Sniper doesn't do that.
Yeah, I could see why Spell Sniper wouldn't do that. In fact, double disadvantage. Anyways.
Is it my turn now?
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna pull my dagger off my hip and press down on the rune and shoot out a thunder wave free of charge at this boy.
Sweet.
Make sure it's thunder wave. Yep, it's thunder wave. I think I have that added as a spell. We're gonna do.
You have rune
I did.
coverage. I'm just like, wait, where did you get that? And then I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
All right, cast
All
your
right.
thunder wave. And that is a
Now here's
dex
my
save,
question to
correct?
you. Because I'm a warlock and how warlock spells work, would I have to upcast it, or does it first level?
Since it is a rune, it is whatever level you
figured.
made the rune for, I believe.
I don't think that has.
Or
Just as
or
you like
you
make it
can
in each rune
upcast-
a
or-
certain spell.
what I take
Oh,
that
I
as
see.
is you can choose the level of the spell as well. But it requires more work if it's a higher level spell. Or it's always low level spells until higher level.
I just know that with warlocks, how it works is they can only cast second level spells or third level spells or whatever level
They
of
can
spells
only
they have
cast
access
whatever
to.
level
can
they
only cast in that
yeah.
slot.
It's the max level all the time because the warlock power comes from their patron pushing the magic through them, not from natural ability or anything like that.
Yeah. I was just curious if this was a situation where it would be.
No, since this is a rune, I think it would be cast at
First level?
yeah, for now, first level. I'll say
I
at
was just
level
checking.
5. I'll say every 5 levels, I'll give you a thing that allows you to make a 1 level up for runes, but all of your levels are first level at first.
Weeks for me. It's a free spell. Gotta make a con save.
Con save, okay. That is
Or
a
take
20.
halvesies on the 60s.
That's a
He
success.
takes halvesies on the 60s.
On 6, so
I think
he takes
he's-
3 damage. He's not
Isn't
looking too
pushed
good.
away, sadly.
No,
So he takes how many damage?
3. If it's 6,
Give resistance to thunder?
or no, that's thunder. Never mind. Half
No,
is on a 10.
It's 10 thunder damage.
1 second. I thought you said.
I was like, how does he take 3? Does he have
fuck,
fucking
That's not right.
resistance to goddamn thunder damage?
frick. Let me do this again. If that did full damage, he'd be dead. But it does half damage, so only minus that much. There we go. That's the right number. Is that all you can do?
Yeah, I believe it takes a full action to do that.
Then Velmora. You are barely clinging on to life.
Okay. No, I'm fine.
Or barely
It's but a
clinging on to
flesh
consciousness.
staggering a little bit, but it's fine. Can I throw a dagger at it?
Yes, daggers count as thrown weapons.
Solid. Gonna do that. Do I get disadvantage since I'm freaking mortally wounded?
No.
Within 5 feet.
What a kind sir.
Well, actually, it is close enough for you to just stab it.
Yeah, but I guess my throw would be very, very weak.
Yeah, it'd probably be better to do just
Can
stab, because
hit.
if you attempted to throw, no. It still doesn't hit, but you thrust towards it with your dagger, and it, kind of bounces off of its chitin.
The pummel hits it and bounces off.
Yeah, no, you throw it, and it just slaps sideways onto its chest and falls to the ground. Is there anything else you can do?
Cry. No, there's nothing else.
Crying's a free action.
I know. No, nothing else.
Tubtor, your turn.
Let's see. I would like to, as an action, take an unarmed attack at this enemy. Because it is within 10 feet.
You can reach it with your bugbear arms.
Tor protect!
If only you had advantage. A 16 hits, though. 6 damage. How do you want to do this?
I blast it right in the face. I just punch it in the face. And
You
it
punch
stops.
it, and your fist cracks the chitin on its face, and a bit of insect blood leaks out on your hand. As you hear a loud, another loud screeching coming from deeper within the mines.
I might loudly mention something to Stolvok about him sacrificing himself so that we could get away. Velmora can be saved.
Anyone who can see, there's a little bit of a token that you can see. That's about as much as you see from the distance you're at. As you see a large chitinous creature crawl out of deeper within the mines towards you, but you can't quite see what it is yet.
Oh, that's perfect. I believe I have 20 feet of movement speed, even dragging another creature.
And there's a little bit of chittering as the two things closer to you hold their action.
Random question.
And this guy is
Are these
now.
pillars necessary to holding up the cave in that area?
Tubtor already asked this question. If you wanted to knock them down, it would be very difficult and time-consuming.
Shatter?
You have shatter.
I was thinking just
From the look
Okay,
of the
very
cave, these are here
explode.
just in case,
okay, so if it's not like
but
guns come down easily.
yeah. It's a very stable cave, surprisingly. for how many Ankegs are here. What do you do?
My turn. All right.
Yep.
I would have
Well,
taken Velmora if she's injured. I would still have her grappled.
Yeah, I was gonna say Stovok's dragging Belmar,
Yeah,
aren't they?
Velmora grappled.
If
Do
she's
you want to
injured.
contest this, or are you gonna let him drag you off further out of the
You
battle?
can just drag me.
Okay. Then I will.
She's wounded. I'm escorting her out of the cave at this point.
You're leaving
I'm gonna create
Solvok
bonfire on that
in here by
spot.
himself. You're gonna create bonfire. Okay. What exactly does it do?
On like right here.
If anything, I put her on the other side of myself.
Essentially, that whole cube will be occupied by a bonfire, and if something enters it, it takes damage.
Okay.
Or if
How
it
long does
ends
that
it's
last?
there. I think concentration, but I can go check specific.
Yeah, but how long?
A minute. So 10
A
rounds.
minute of concentration. Okay, 10 rounds. You said here? I can't draw fire.
Hmm?
You said there or somewhere else?
Yeah, that's good. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Indeed.
All right. That will be the fire for now. Is there anything else you can do, or
No, I'm gonna run. That's for sure.
run further away, probably towards Velmora and Tubtor? I don't have an
I'm not a
exterior
coward, so I'm not gonna
battle
run
map for this.
past them. Well, I'm hoping they don't follow us outside.
I swear I had an exterior battle map, but I
That
guess
just
I'll
gives
have
us
to
all
just
the more
make
choice,
another-
more option to run
Anyways.
away.
That's what you do? Velmora, you can walk
Don't
on
really have
your
anything
own
else.
as well. You seem to, you guys are heading towards the entrance of the mine again.
Okay.
Also, I should...
Hey, River, this is an intense fight. We're retreating. This is a valid battle strategy.
Yep, let's see if it works. That
Mhm.
is a good roll. Okay, you guys are heading towards the exit? I'm
Yep.
gonna... Tubtor, you feel a sudden surge of magic as you get one spell slot back.
Are you having pity on me?
I don't want to kill off all of my players in the first mini boss fight.
Busy ball.
I am going to use a whatever kind of action I need to bonus action to cast healing word on Velmora.
Okay.
With that
Cast it.
mysterious regenerating.
I will allow it to be
Due
more
to
powerful. The
due to
gods are
Tubtor's
intervening.
cookie.
Add one
Tubtor's
more
cookie
D4.
gave him a mystical burst of energy. Tubtor's cookie was so good at natural 20.
A natural 20.
You want to do that healing word with an extra D4?
Yeah, I'm doing that. Absolutely.
I want to give you enough health
Absolutely.
to
I
not
get that.
just be one shot. Maybe.
Oh, I need to roll something. My bad. Fuck.
Wow.
Indeed.
Oh, my bad.
Stovok also has a health potion, now that I remember. I think you still have yours, right?
7.
Yeah.
Heal
I have-
7.
Heal 7. That did not do as much as I wanted it to. Oh well.
That's all it does. 1d4 plus 4. That's all it does.
7 is 7.
Add
my
another
dude.
D4. I did say that. Add another D4.
I missed that. And I'm not in the right room.
Wow.
I'd love to make a glass of tea. I'm sorry. Let's see.
I'm sorry.
A 4. So another 4. That's 11 points. Is that better, DM?
That is a little bit better. Hopefully,
Acceptable.
yeah. This will be fine. I don't have an actual battle map, so I'll just move you here. You guys make your way out of the cave, worried, and, well, kind of stressed out by what just happened. I'm gonna move you guys here really quick. I don't have an actual battle map, so it's just gonna be white page. Let me add everyone to this page really quick. You guys make it to the outside of the mines when you think you're safe, and you hear a rumbling as the ground in front of you bursts.
I know it on the map.
I am trying my best.
You're good.
You have healed 11, right? So you should be at
12.
As we are going out, can I take my free time to drink my potion?
Yes, you can.
Yay! Because I'm gonna need it.
I didn't add it to the thing, so I just have to do this. It's coming out small, but it's much bigger than that.
Subtor was really looking rough there partway through the fight, but for some reason, due to a health potion and a couple castings of Healing Word, Tubtor is
Health I gave it.
feeling fine. Tubtor's mustache is even intact. Perfectly, every hair aligned. Somehow. After all this.
This thing has a lot more health.
I believe it.
I might have to intervene in some way or another.
Divine intervention.
I know that it's possible you had this fight planned for when John was here,
I did.
and that's a
John was
reasonable
here,
reason
it
to
would've been
take down
going
the
a
price.
lot better.
Because fighters are a big difference.
Yeah. I might lower its health a little bit.
A smidgen.
We'll only have 15 minutes left. We could pick up like the big boss.
We could. There's only 15 minutes left. You are right. We could end here as this thing bursts from the ground.
And
think if we
Fogger
don't-
Smog steps out heroically to assist us in our time of need in our final battle.
Right.
Just nap.
I think if we don't, we're gonna get absolutely smoked.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, did it take a half an hour to get out of that cave? Did I endure a short rest there?
No, you didn't. You just some sort of divine intervention happened and gave you back a spell slot. Yeah, well, this thing bursts from the ground in front of the mine, and you will get to fight it next session when Fogger Smog is back.
He better be back.
Yeah, he better, because it'd be very disappointing if you guys all died because he missed 2 sessions.
Wow.
That
Would be the way for it to go, though.
Tell him our characters' lives are literally in his hands.
I will tell him that. A lot of bad shit happened. This was planned for 4 people fighting, not 3, and one of them was supposed to be a fighter. Anyways, thank you guys for joining. I hope everyone who watched this stream enjoyed. And I will see everyone in the next session.
But will you?
Hopefully. I really hope I see everyone
Bye.
in the next session. Bye.